What do you mean you smell something funny? All I smell is the fresh, sweet scent of rupees. Sorry about the delay. Welcome back to Freshly Picked, Tingle's Rosy Rupeeland. Things happened in real life I had to deal with, and I wouldn't be lying if some of them were Let's Play related. We have some stuff to do in the first continent, but I'm letting it wait, because I wanted to get some exploring done in the second continent. Like marking the Father Frog statue here. That crackling that you hear in the audio is actually another result of this gas here. We're gonna have to do something about that, but for right now, we're just gonna have to tolerate it. Emulators can only go so far. Oh, the flowers are wilting, and there's an expedition troop here trying to find out why. They're trying to fix the dirty air. And also, this guy is incredibly nervous. What's going on with you, buddy? There's bees! Giant bees here! This is great. I expected my day to go a lot better without bees, but we got bees. You don't like intruders, so it's not easy to get close. He's no match for bees. Neither is Tingle. I don't have a bodyguard, even. But at least I can mark the beehive from here. That's it. That's all the name is. Beehive. Oh, beehive. I had to say it. I just had to say it. It was in the back of my mind. It was clawing its way out. Also, we gotta go this way at least once. And these bees are beezy. They're beezing it up. Oh, speaking of which, that kind of reminds me of some weird trend going on with Burt's Bees lip balm. That people are using it to get high, and they call it beezing. You humans are weird, you know that, right? Luckily, attack by bees is a lot slower than it sounds, so we could just outrun them. Indeed! You see the size of them? They're huge. Now, actually, what he means is there are clouds of much smaller bees around here that'll steal rupees off you. The only way to get out of it is they steal their fill of rupees, or a bodyguard saves you. What the heck is this thing, though? It looks like a Mario Brothers pipe. Great. Now we have a crossover thing going on. We're gonna go meet Mario. The heck with Zelda. Wait a second, this ain't a pipe at all. Indeed, what is the meaning of this? What are you doing inside my pipe? What exactly are you researching in here? Why are we inside a giant jar? No, answer my questions first. It's Dr. Bean! Even though he kinda looks more like a Mr. Saturn with his little, dealy bob comb down. You are Dr. Boing now, that is your new name. He's a genius! They managed to bottle up genius, and here it is. This is what happens when you do that. He invented the empty jar! He didn't invent jars, he invented the capacity for them to be empty. And he put star stickers in them. If we collect enough of these jars, we'll find one of his star stickers, and it symbolizes our love for empty jars. And then I fill them. That's how much I care about your empty jars. I put things inside them. How do you feel about this? I have one of those star stickers already. Indeed! I love empty jars almost as much as you do. Now that that's over and done with, might as well get a prize, right? A prize for my empty jar fandom. He was going to give us a buck Great Jars of the World, but how about something a bit more Tingle speed? A grown-up coral! We could sell that for lots of rupees. It's great! If we find more star stickers, we'll find more prizes. Whoa, hey, buddy! Slow down! You're having a nose attack! Your heart is zooming! It's going to boing right out of your chest! And then the bell dings for thee. It's not good for you, man. Just settle down. I know empty jars are great and all that, but there's so little air in here. Now's not the time to hyperventilate, especially with our giant noses. Okay, fine, I'll leave you alone now. Well, that was Dr. Bean, everyone. He loves empty jars. And you better not get in his way about it. He's rather passionate. I wonder what would ever happen if I told him that I put things in these empty jars. Look at all these empty jars that have things in them. Things that I require in my quest. So he'd be happy that I left some jars empty. You know, for the cause, for the mission. Because I'm passionate about empty jars too. He's the reason why I collect the empty jars. Speaking of noses, we're having a nose thing today, aren't we? We got Dr. Bean, we got Tingle, and now we got this dude. He's having a bad day. I know where it's coming from, and we're going to be fixing that today. But first, I'm going to use this bomb on a monkey. It's the only way to knock that monkey down off that pedestal and get what it has inside of him. And also, let me see if I can't get these things into battle too. Yeah, these scuba pigs do not belong here. I will destroy them with my tingly might. All by my lonesome. And we get some rib steaks and baby sharks. Rib steaks are needed for that meat soup that has apples in it, but we can't find apples yet. And there's those bees. There's this cloud of bees that I talked about. Don't run into them. You know what? I really could use a bodyguard before I continue on with this place. Before I start solving gas problems. Luckily, there's a bodyguard shop right up here. Let's see who we have. And I didn't even dig this up, and it's already right here. Who is digging up this thing? I guess these chests kind of just appear out in the open, too. Oh well. I don't think any of these Salona have anything interesting to say, or I would have logged it in my little note thing, so... These Salona are useless. Let's find a bodyguard instead. Let's hire somebody we haven't hired yet. I kind of like this one right here. Her name is Victoria. She is the palette swap of Zanma from the first continent. She is an aggressive bodyguard of the medium variety. And we're going to hire her. We're going to show her the world. But it's going to cost us. Of course. How about not 650 rupees? How about 640? 10 rupee discount for Tingles today. And also, I think there's something else in this area that we need to do, too. Now that we got Victoria. Might as well check out her bodyguard text. Of course, she's aggressive, but at least she has a bit more health than the last aggressive bodyguard I had. I'm looking for a recipe for Victoria. I can't find it here. Where do I make Victoria? She's a newlywed. She doesn't want to be a housewife, so she became a bodyguard instead. Her husband stays home and does the dishes. She's independent. So, isn't there something else around here? I'm pretty sure this guy has something for us. Indeed, I already have a Victoria. What else do you got for me? Is it another empty jar? Don't tell Dr. Bean, he'll go crazy. He's gonna sell it to us for how much? 750 rupees should do it. Give me that empty jar. I'm collecting them. My mentor, Dr. Bean, has many empty jars. He lives in them. And I want to be like him. I want to have a giant nose like he does. Now we got a bodyguard. Now we can solve this place. Luckily, one of them is right nearby, next to these evil ducks. That thing is creating gas, and we don't like that. Also, those evil ducks are kind of a pain in the neck, because they will run away after a while, like that. But they do drop explosive claws and also some meat that we're going to need later on. The entire goal of this bomb is not throwing it in there. We actually free up another bomb right here. And now we can blow this thing open. See, there's a crack on it. Zelda logic applies. But it's going to take more than one shot. You actually have to hit these gas fins 3 times in a row before you could stop it from venting out gas. If I'm damaging this thing, shouldn't it just be venting more gas out of the cracks? Am I just exacerbating things? Nope, because as you can see, one more good throw, even though that clearly didn't hit, clears up the gas in this area a little bit. Ah, good. Now it's a little bit less noisy in here. And another frog statue. It costs up 100 rupees, and that's all. Look, I have tens of thousands of rupees at this point. 100 rupees does not thrill me anymore. Might as well check out something else. Remember what that pirate guy said about bomb fruits? Well, we could actually go and collect some now. They're past the evil ducks, which come back after a while if you at least leave the screen. You don't have to leave the area. Well, we gotta head up this way. Blow up some bees. Take this, bees! That's what you get for being bees. We got these things. They're bomb squirrels. You have to be really careful because if you let them roam around for too long, they'll explode themselves and stun you. But they dropped a very vital bomb fruit. See, that one exploded himself. He didn't want to be tingled. He knew that there was a better option than being tingled. And this thing just coughs up on power garlic. That's just great. I could get it from the moles in Lon Lon Ranch. Lon Lon Meadow. Why do I keep on calling it Lon Lon Ranch? That's terrible. At least we got another landmark out of the way, and we can make ourselves another shortcut right up here. So what are bomb fruits for, you might wonder? Well, we need a more portable version of these bomb fruits that we're just picking out of the ground and they start exploding. But we're gonna have to talk to pirates for that. But I would like to cure some more of this gas problems. Get this droning music out. Kind of escaped from Off a little bit. Kind of reminding me of Off, and I don't like that. I'm trying to remember where the other gas vent is. I'll just loot this for right now. Look, now it's spewing out 10-piece rupees. This thing is great. This is the best one ever. Of course, I'm gonna say that about all the steamy orbs. I used to call them Deku orbs. They're now steamy orbs. All of them. They're not treasure orbs or anything else like that. But I can't go out this way. I'm trying to remember where that other gas vent is. Oh, it's on the same map as the steamy orb. We just have to go another way. And this is why I hate aggressive bodyguards. I've just remembered. Well, at least she has teleportation powers. That's good. As you can tell, gas does strange things to Tingle if you get too close. But this one's really easy to take care of. They have 2 bomb plants sitting, like, right next to it. It's like they just acknowledged the fact that, that this puzzle is just going to take way too long. You have to work quickly, though, if you want to get both of them in one shot, because otherwise you're just going to do that to yourself. Maybe I should just be patient, but no. Tingle has no patience for this. Come on, crack faster. I need to throw bombs. I blew up those bees instead, but they did not die. They were explode-proof. They were manly bees. And that's it. Another gas vent down. Man, this is the easiest puzzle yet. There's one more gas vent in this area, and it's off in this direction. I'll be farming those monkeys later. I need to get lots and lots of meat if I want to do a recipe. I need to get over to the east of here. That means clearing out a whole bunch of these gelatin guys. Also, my keyboard is sticking today, and I'm not exactly sure why. Come on, clear up already. Go get them, Victoria. Destroy them with your Victorian might. There we go. I don't like bees. You can't tolerate bees. You can't trust bees. If you tried trusting a bee, you're probably going to pay for it in the long run. Now for the longest puzzle in this area. We got lots and lots of these bombs just sitting around everywhere, but they're covered with rocks. We also got this guy. He's the explorer's cook. Why is he doing all the way out here? All the explorers are just scattered around. This doesn't look like much of a camp. The explorers are complaining about the food, though. The thick meat is burned! The baby sharks are frozen! The bitter newts are raw! We can't get any of these ingredients just yet. We could get a few of them, but not all of them. He wants us to put together a recipe. So he doesn't have a recipe for us, he wants us to make our own. They're all requesting thick meat, baby shark, and bitter newts. Bitter newts we can't get till the next area, though, so that's going to have to wait. Sorry, there's a backlog order. I'm just doing puzzles today, don't mind me. I really want to get this done before I finish up for today. Especially since I have local specialty things to do. And there's another local specialty in this area, too. That's the wrong way. That is a wasted bomb. You have to do one big circle around this area of the map if you want to get anywhere towards that gas vent. Which just makes it contrived and really, really silly. Alright, I'm pretty sure the other rock is down here. That's not the last rock. The last rock is right next to where we could climb up. And it's really risky because you have to time it just right. And luckily, because we can't climb ladders, they decided to give us a bomb flower right there. Now the waiting begins. We saw this all before, didn't we? Sanma, why'd you do that? Ridiculous. That isn't an enemy. Don't run at that. Get over here. Get over here. You'll ruin your complexion. That gas is definitely not good for anybody's health. I mean, just look what happens to Tingle when he gets near it. You want to look like that, Zamba? Zamba. Why do they call her Zanma anyway? She's Victoria. That's her last name, actually. Victoria Zanma. That means her sister is Zanma Zanma. It's like the Mario Brothers. Finally! The air is clear. The flowers are back. The bees can get beezy. They're getting buzzed, man. They didn't have flowers for a while. They were jonesing. I really hate the puns, but they keep on coming. That means they're passive, right? That means I don't have to fight them anymore? I mean, they got their honey. It's the bee's knees and all that. Speaking of which, that's terrible. Bee's knees? What's on the bee's knees is pollen. It's not nectar yet. They didn't turn it into honey. It's not good in the least. Well, now that we got this place pretty much cleared up, new things have happened around here. First of all, we can go and settle what's going on in the beehive. But there's also new plants growing around here, too. One plant I'm not going to just yet, and it's actually a landmark, but I'm trying to find other plants in this area. Yeah, that's right, Victoria, you go ahead and kill that thing. I'm looking for plants. I'm not looking for any more baby sharks today. All we need is 4 to make that recipe that the Explorer Cook needs anyway. I know there's some around here somewhere. And she's just gonna fight everything in sight. Well, I guess we can't find any today. But this is a shortcut back to the landing point. We have to take the long way to grab this bomb. And then we could go do things with pirates. Yay, pirates! I miss the pirates, kinda. I miss their work theme. I don't miss it in the way that you would miss something that you would adore. It's just in my head and I can't get it out. Look, mini apples! Now I could go ahead and make that apple soup. Apple and meat soup. I hate you, chef. I hate you so much. We're gonna go back to Cape Treasure. And just like how Mike Smith left us when we went to the second continent, Victoria can't follow us onto the first continent. And he's gone. He's off doing other Mike Smith adventures. But at least it's time to call the pirates. Who's probably still doing piratey things. You could call them wherever you have a pier like this. You can't call them anywhere else. You can't stand on the shore. They can't dock there. Let's get the pirates back here. We missed them. It's been how many videos? Like 10? We need more pirate in our day. We need to prevent global warming by any means necessary. Yeah, that's great. You're pirates. Of course, they're going to have to back it up in reverse, which is going to take 1,000 hours. Can't you be more expedient, pirates? There's the merchant, and there's a dude. We got to talk to the dude if we want to talk to the engineer. Yeah, I have bomb fruits now. We have an appointment with your engineer. Your doctor engineer. He has medicine, too. He engineers medicine. Hello, buddy. I discovered ways to explode things. Teach me to explode. It's the Tingle Bomb! That's great, we can make our own bombs now. Link, eat your heart out. We make our bombs, we just don't find them in, like, bushes and monsters and stuff. We can use them on monsters, too, and stun them, but... Tingle Bombs are kind of a premium because of the stuff you need for them. Let's take a look at that recipe real quick. To make a Tingle Bomb... You need bomb fruits, gelatine, and explosive claws. Explosive claws are the hard part. Bomb fruits and gelatin are kinda easy to find. But of course you could dig up explosive claws over in the Deku Forest, so they're not that hard to make. I'll farm some on the off-screen. Indeed I have, and I have plenty for you. This merchant will buy our local specialties, but there's something bonus going on with this guy too. Indeed I did. I'm way ahead of you. he will buy our local specialties. And he pays quite a good money for them, too. Like the sunshine paste. And every time you give him a new local specialty, he'll give you something extra. An empty jar! Oh, I'm gonna get so many empty jars. And if we discover every local specialty in every area on every continent, he'll give us a rupee good as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell these they're rupees. Might as well have them around. The treasure puree is only a little bit more than the sunshine paste. Unfortunately, the hometown prairie does not have a local specialty. It's probably meat soup. I put quotation marks on the word meat. I'm still angry about that. It's just an aberration of good cooking. And also the Lon Lon ketchup. We found it inside of a cow. And we've made some. Enjoy this ketchup. It was made with power garlic. It's garlicky ketchup. Yes, I know. He'll repeat that every single time. Now we could get 2 more empty jars off him, and then the rest of it is just money. So, I'll hold off for that till later. I'll go ahead and get empty jars on the off-screen now that you know how he works. So next time, on Freshly Picked Tingle's Rosy Rupeeland, we still haven't made a big score on the steamy swamp, or steamy marsh, or wherever they call it. So we're going to have to find out what exactly is going to pay us a large sum of rupees to make it to the next area. Good night, folks.